Oh, God. Max, I didn't mean to hurt you. Oh, please. I was trying to protect Al. You could understand. I couldn't let you take him away from me. I was just filled with rage when you got custody of Al. And fear. I fear I'm going to be alone. I'm going to be so empty without him. Oh, dear God, please forgive me. Please let him live. Please don't let him die. Please.
You want me to move in with you?
Sure, you can't stay here with a place like this. My living room is bigger than Megan's whole suite.
Well, thank you.
No, we're not even strangers. I spend more time in your bed than I do in my own bed these days. And there are a lot of advantages to us living together. I wouldn't have to drive home every night alone. You could take all your rent money, put it in a savings account for a rainy day. We would save a fortune on phone calls. Now, I realize these are all practical aspects, but they're certainly worth considering.
Well, I suppose you're right, but
you know what? If you're worried about me pressing you for some kind of a commitment, you don't have to. I'd love to see that this move was permanent, but it's up to you. If you decide that you want to live in this place after repairs are done, I'm not going to give you any trouble.
I don't even know what to say.
Say yes. Say, Bo, I accept your offer. And then go in and throw some stuff in a bag and let's get out of here before this whole roof caves in on us. All right, where's your luggage?
It's in the bedroom, in the
Great,
closet.
here, hold this.
Bo!
What?
I can't move in with you.
Come in. Over here. Hello.
Hello. Should you be out of bed?
Well, I've just been flat on my back for weeks. I need to get my muscles working again. I wanted to watch the rain. You didn't need to come out in the storm. You could have waited till tomorrow.
No, I had to see it tonight.
Well, you know, I never put much stock in miracles before, but after today, I'm a true believer.
Well, I had quite an extraordinary day myself. Megan came to see me this evening. She brought me a box. It was filled with things that your father had saved. She found it in it, Turner.
That daughter of ours is full of surprises, isn't she?
Oh, yes. I must say, I was very surprised when I looked through the contents of the box. Roger, is it true? Were we married?
It was always my dream to marry you, even when you were Nicky Smith. But once your father had the hypnotist erase the memories of that year, once he threatened to put Megan up for adoption, unless I disappeared from your life, there was no hope of our being married.
Oh, well, how do you explain this?
What is it?
It's a marriage certificate. It's made out to Roger Gordon and Victoria Lord. It's dated April the 3rd, 1963.
Where did you get this?
Well, that was in the box of things that Megan brought me. Your father saved some things. He saved that. He saved a pair of your baby shoes and a lock of your hair and a photograph of you with your parents. And there was a letter in it. Letter my father wrote to your father.
Did you go through the box with Megan?
She wanted me to see the letter that my father had written.
Did Megan see this?
No. No, I didn't even find it till after she left. In fact, I wouldn't have found it at all.
If what?
If... Oh, Clint and I, we had an argument. He lost his temper and he threw the box against the bottom of the bed and it broke and everything fell out. There was obviously a false bottom in the box and that was hidden underneath the false bottom.
Obviously, you and Clint were fighting about me.
Our argument doesn't really matter.
Yes, it does. I don't want to cause you any more pain.
Roger, is it true? Is that legal?
No. No, it isn't.
It isn't? Oh, well, I wonder why it was hidden. I mean, why would your father have saved it? Why was it even made out in the first place?
Well, I was rummaging around in the records room one day, and I came across a drawer full of these blank documents, so I decided to fill this out and give it to you as proof that I would leave Eterna as soon as my mother agreed to come with me and that I'd marry you. I didn't have a football sweater to give you or a high school ring, so
Your signature's on that, Roger, so is mine. And the rest of it was made out by a Reverend Harper. Please tell me the truth.
It was more and more difficult for me to leave you. To go back to Eterna each night after we were married. My father was at a council meeting one afternoon, and I went to my mother and I begged her to leave with me. To come away and make a home away from Eterna with you and me. My father came in and overheard us. He flew into a rage and demanded that I give him the marriage certificate and I never see you again. He threatened to bring my mother up before the council for aiding and abetting my actions unless I promised to obey him. So I had to give him the marriage certificate, thinking he would destroy it, so there'd be no proof that we were married. I'm amazed that he kept it.
So it's true. You and I were husband and wife.
I just think maybe it would be better if we left things the way they are for a little while. I'm gonna call Megan and see if she doesn't mind if maybe I spend some time with...
What are you afraid of?
Nothing. You know, I'm used to being on my own, Bo. I'm used to having time to myself.
You can have all the time and all the space that you want to yourself. I'm not gonna take you for granted. I'm not gonna press you for a commitment.
Don't you see, by moving in, that's making a commitment? That's saying to you, Bo, I'm ready to start thinking about our future together.
I've been thinking about that since the first time we made love. And the second time. And the third time.
So have I. Okay, I don't want to end up like my parents.
Divorce isn't hereditary. And if you think it's contagious, I'll have you vaccinated. No, look. Divorces happen when people grow apart, when they decide they want other things out of life. I'm surprised that your folks stayed together as long as they did.
If they would have been better suited, they would have stayed together, period.
Well, the toasters break down. Sometimes marriages fall apart. There are no guarantees in this life.
I know that. I just want to make sure that the cards are stacked in my favor and that the cards are stacked in your favor. You know, that we're on the right track and that we're just not going to mess things up.
Are you worried about Dee Dee? Honey, listen, I've already told you. I've dealt with Dee Dee's death. I will always cherish the love that we shared together and the memories, but it's time to move on.
I want to move on. I just want to do it slowly.
We can move just as slowly as you want. Let's just make sure that we're moving in the right direction. And if things don't work out, we'll call it quits. No questions asked. So what do you say? Take a chance. Be with me, paradise. What's to lose?
Please. Max, can you hear me? Come on, open your eyes. Tell me you're okay. Come on, please. Oh, my God. What if he doesn't wake up? Oh, what if he's in a coma? No, that can't be. No, I'm not gonna let that happen, Max. Please, you gotta wake up, please. Oh, you're okay. Max, are you all right?
Gabrielle? Well.
It's okay.
What am I doing on the floor?
Don't move too much. You might black out again.
Look, where's Al? Where's Al?
He's all right. It's all right. Ow! Look, you just had an accident. You hit your head, that's all. Look, the blood is stopping. I don't think it's that serious.
It feels like a coconut that's been split in half.
I better drive you to the hospital.
No, was I holding out when I fell?
No, he's upstairs. He's asleep. It's okay.
What would I do? Did I trip or something?
Yes, you tripped on this rug. You know, I've been meaning to get that thing tacked down.
I didn't trip.
Oh.
You mean the head with a vase?
No.
You're trying to kill me.
No, I didn't, Max.
Yeah.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, I was going out. And you tried to kill me. You figured it was the only way to stop me from taking him, so... Oh.
Sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you. Really, I just lost control for a tiny moment. Yes, I didn't want you to take him, you're right, but I would never try to take your life. He needs both of us to love him.
He needs you to stay away from him. That's the way it's gonna be. I'm gonna make sure of that.
No, don't take my son! You can't take my son.
Then the judge will take him from you. Once I tell him how totally out of control you are.
I'm not out of control. I lost it just for a second, just for one lousy second. But can't you, for the first time, understand my feelings? Please don't take my son. No. Can I at least kiss him goodbye? Okay, Al. You know that I love you and that I'm gonna miss you.
I miss you so, Mommy.
I want you to be a good boy. I want you to do what Daddy tells you to do.
Okay,
Okay.
Mommy, I miss you.
I miss you too, and I love you so much. And we're gonna be together soon, and we're gonna go to the park, and we're gonna.
We gotta go, Gabrielle. Such a good on your sport.
Max, I'm begging you, please. Please try to forget about what happened today, and please don't go to the judge. Look, you can make up all the rules. I'll do whatever you say. An hour, a week, 2 hours, whatever you say, I'll do it.
Listen.
Oh, Michael, please, you've got to go stop him. He's going to take Al. He's not going to let me have visitation rights or anything.
What's wrong? What the hell's going on here?
Nothing you can change, Michael, so just get out of my way.
You are not playing fair here, Bo.
Tell me this, wouldn't it be great to wake up together every morning, just read the newspaper in bed, watch Good Morning America, and then just plan our whole day?
Yes.
Well, then it's settled.
No, wait, Bo. Look, I've never lived with anyone before.
Didn't you ever have a roommate in college?
Yes, I had 4 roommates. I've never lived with a man before, okay?
The only difference is I won't borrow your clothes.
No, there are lots of differences. You see, like all the little things that I've kept hidden from you. You're going to find out about them. It's just going to
Oh, my God. Sarah Gordon has secrets.
Bo,
I don't believe this.
Look, I'm not kidding you, all right? All these little things, they add up, and then they turn into a big thing, and then it just ruins...
Come here. Sit down.
What?
Sit down. Tell me this. Do you wear all that white cream on your face in bed and have your hair up in rollers? Look, I can get around rollers.
I don't wear rollers.
Do you snore?
Yes, I do snore sometimes.
So do I. Great. What else?
Okay, I squeeze the toothpaste from the middle of the tube.
I'll buy your own toothpaste tube. You can squeeze it wherever
And
you want.
I eat crackers and popcorn in bed.
The housekeeper will vacuum up all the crumbs in the bedroom.
Look, you think this is a big joke. I know that. But these little things add up, and then there's a huge argument, and
I love changes in my life. I thrive on a challenge. I'm just a guy who likes old movies and popcorn, and all I want is for you to share my home and my bed and my life with me. I think we better maybe continue this in a safer place. Otherwise, we're going to see our photographs on the front page of the National Intruder. It's going to say ceiling caves in on a couple who throws a passion. Come on, here. Get up. You go put some things in a bag. I'm going to go get Tugger and all of his food.
wait,
We're
Bo.
going to get the rest of your stuff when we're sure that this place is safe. I told you, I'm sorry to wake you up for your nap, but it's moving day. Well, come on, Sarah, get a move on. This is red alert.
Doug.
Didn't my father know we were married?
No.
But I regained all my memories in Eterna. All but the important one.
I kept waiting for you to remember.
Why didn't you tell me?
I assumed that you didn't want to face it, or that you weren't able to face it. You were so overwhelmed by everything you'd learned about our relationship.
Oh, of course I was overwhelmed, but I dealt with it. I could have dealt with this.
I wasn't sure.
So you just hoped that I wouldn't remember? Just the way you hoped? I wouldn't remember having a baby? What else are you keeping from me?
Nothing.
I'm sure you'll understand if I don't completely believe you.
Viki, you have every right to be angry.
No, I have every right to know that I was married to you.
I was trying to protect you.
Protect me? Protect me? From what? What was going to... Oh, I know. I was going to turn into Nicky Smith again. What? God, how many times do I have to prove myself? Haven't I proved yet that I am able to accept the past and to adjust to it?
See, but this was different.
No, this was not different. My God, you hated my father for years because he was playing God with my life. You're doing the exact same thing.
Viki, I'm sorry.
No, please, I don't want sympathy and I don't want excuses. I want an explanation.
I know you love Clint. I know you have a wonderful life with him and your children. At the risk of playing God, I didn't want to destroy that. I didn't want to put you in the position of having to choose between a past love and a present one.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, will you forgive me? I'm sorry.
There's no need for that. That's not necessary. Have you told Clint about the marriage certificate?
No. I was shocked. I didn't know if it was real or if it was true or what it was.
I wonder if, despite my father's madness, he understood how much I loved you. Perhaps he didn't destroy the marriage certificate because secretly he hoped we'd find each other. Perhaps that was his final legacy to me. His hope for my happiness. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Yes.
I know I should be merely satisfied just to be alive. But I'm not ashamed to admit to wanting more. I won't press you. I know you need time.
Roger, I want to know when we decided to get married and how we got married and when we got married and what. I want to know everything about you and me. Please.
I swear I never meant to hurt him. And whether he believes me or not, I would never do anything to hurt Al.
Can't deny that. I'd bet on it.
You monster!
You're the monster. Take a look around, Michael.
Now, you've been known to be pretty aggressive, too, when you're emotionally overwrought, Max.
You want to help her? You get her to her doctor. In the meantime, just stay out of my way. She's got enough problem with my son for one day. Come
Why
on,
don't you go ahead and get a gun? Why don't you shoot me right now instead of the slow death you're putting me through?
Think of Al, come on.
No, my life without my son's over, but you don't care, do you, Max? You don't. Come on.
Yeah, listen to me. Now, listen to me. Listen to me. His anger is not going to last.
He's gone, my son.
But not for long. Max is he's gonna calm down and he's gonna realize that you never meant to hurt him. Now, come on. Come on. He's gonna realize that it's in Al's best interest to spend time with you.
He doesn't give a damn about what's in somebody's best interest.
You're right. Right now he doesn't. But that's going to change. It's going to change. He will learn to care more about Al than about himself. And he's going to see that Al loves and misses you, and he won't deny him your love. Now, come on.
My son is gone. He took my son.
Was I pregnant? Is that why we got married?
No. No, we didn't make love until after we were married. We married because we were in love. Because we wanted to spend the rest of our lives together.
father.
We realized that he would never accept me or approve of our marriage. So we decided to go ahead and get married without his knowledge. And then as soon as I could convince my mother to leave Eterna, we'd go to him and tell him everything.
And who was Reverend Harper?
Reverend Harper, he was the minister in Eterna. We knew that we couldn't get married by any local minister or judge without your father finding out. We couldn't elope because I couldn't stay away from Eterna that long. So I asked Reverend Harper. I brought him out of Eterna. And we were married in that poppy field.
I've forgotten how beautiful the outside world really is.
Yeah, and everybody in Eterna deserves a chance to feel the sun, to enjoy the warmth, to experience the trees and the flowers.
Let's get on with the ceremony so I can return before I'm missed.
You weren't having second thoughts, were you?
No. The only thoughts I had were of marrying you and living happily ever after. Reverend Harper, this is my beloved Victoria Lord.
Miss Lord.
Oh, Reverend Harper, thank you so much for agreeing to marry us. I know it was a difficult decision for you to defy the rules of Eterna.
I prayed for guidance, and here I am. I know that I've made the right decision.
There's a brook not far from here. We thought we'd perform the ceremony there.
I appreciate your wanting to say your vows in the perfect setting, but time is of the essence to me.
Well, this is a perfect place. We can say our vows here.
Thank you. You have the rings.
Yeah.
The bond and covenant of marriage was established by God in creation, and Holy Scripture commends it to be honored among all people. The union of husband and wife is for their mutual joy, for the help and comfort of one another, and for the nurturing of their children. Do you come here willingly? And will you do all in your power to uphold your commitment to one another?
I will.
I will.
With God as my witness, I promise to honor and cherish you and be faithful to you forever. As long as the stars and the sun and the moon shine in the heavens. As long as the rain cleanses and plenishes the earth with life. As long as poppies continue to bloom in our field. And as long as I have breath enough to say, I love you.
As God is my witness, I declare my love to you. I promise to honor and cherish you and to remain faithful to you forever. As we plant the flowers of our love.
And so,
and wait
as we plant our flowers in hope and wait patiently in faith for the promise of blossoms, so do we plant the seeds of love and kindness in this union and commit ourselves to the promise of a joyful and a happy life.
Here we go, Tuggy, buddy. Welcome to your new home.
Oh,
or your temporary new home, anyway. Make yourself at home.
Okay. Oh, no, I don't like this. Listen, before we do anything, I think you better take Tuggy into the kitchen. He hasn't had anything to eat all day.
Listen, I'm going to put up a fence out in the backyard. That way he can just romp around all day long if he wants to.
Ooh, that sounds great. Listen to that. Then you don't have to wait for me to take you to the park.
No, and I want a list of all of his favorite puppy food. Plus, I'm going to tell the housekeeper to stock all the cabinets with your favorite stuff, too. Hey, crackers, popcorn, stuff you like to eat in bed.
Tugger. We're pretty spoiled, and we haven't been here for very long.
Well, I want my roommates to be happy, okay? Tuggy, time to hit the old chow line in the kitchen. Come on, come on.
See you later.
Come on.
That was fast.
Well,
He ripped the top off that bag himself.
I bet he did.
You okay?
Yeah.
I know the first night I spent here, I felt like a little kid. First day at summer camp.
I mean, I'm happy, you know. Just a little nervous, too.
Well, at least you have your best friend in your cabin.
I just realized you are my best friend. I think I'm going to be one happy little camper. Clint, you know, everyone in this family knows how much Viki loves you and how important you are in her life. I hope you haven't lost sight of that.
I haven't seen much sign of it lately, Renee. Look, I'm sorry. I don't want to mess up your party with my problems. Now, I appreciate your concern, but it'll work out.
By storming out of the house?
Well, it's better than staying there fighting with her.
Maybe. You know, Viki has been through a terrible trauma, and I think she needs time to resolve the past in order to let go of it. But I don't think she can do that alone. Now, darling, you have been the one constant in her life that she has depended on, and I think she needs your support and your caring now more than ever. I know it can't be easy dealing with her love for Roger and her feelings for him. But you have got to find the strength in you, Clint, to help her.
Well, maybe I was overreacting a little.
Now, did it make it any better?
No, it made it worse. All right. I'll give her a call. I'll apologize. Tell her I love her. Go pick her up and bring her back to the party. Yes, Heron, put Mrs. B on the phone, will you? No, there's no message at all. Thanks. Thanks, Heron. Well, as soon as the kids and I left to come over here, she rushed out of the house to go over to the hospital to see Roger.
The moment when we exchanged our vows as the sun was rising over the mountain was the happiest moment of my life. You remember our rings?
Yes, I do. They were garlands of flowers. We were going to buy real rings when you left Eterna for good.
And after Reverend Harper went back to Eterna, we repeated our vows. Then we made love. The world was ours, even if only for a little while. What's the matter?
The world could have been ours forever if you hadn't abandoned me.
I didn't abandon you. Shortly after we were married, your father found us. You followed me into the tunnel. The explosion occurred.
And then you walked out of my life forever.
Your father gave me no choice.
But I chose you over my father when I married you. I was willing to walk away from him in order to live with you. I was willing to give up everything for you.
That was before the explosion. That was before you became Nikki Smith, then became Viki again, before you had your memory erased of that time.
No, it was before he offered you a secure future in exchange for never seeing me again.
Oh, Viki, that's not true. How can you say that?
I believed the vows that we made to each other, as youthful and idealistic as they may have been, I believed they were forever.
So did I. And that's why, against all odds, I found you in New York. That's why I still loved you and continued to treat you as my wife, even though you'd become Nikki Smith. That's why I courted Nikki Smith and convinced her to marry me. We were going to be married the day your father showed up and kidnapped you. By the time I got back to Landview, you had become Victoria Lord again. You had no idea who I was or that we'd ever been in love.
But why didn't you explain things to me? Why didn't you try and give me back my memory?
Because your father had gone to such great lengths to make you forget, I had no idea what he would do to you to dissuade you again. I couldn't take that chance.
Yeah. Yes, you're right. He would have done anything, wouldn't he? My God, how can people be so cruel?
I don't know. All I know is that I couldn't beat him. No one could. So I gratefully accepted our daughter as our one bond to the past.
I suppose my father went and arranged for the divorce or the annulment or whatever, right?
No. He never knew we were married.
Did he find out when you filed for the divorce?
We never got a divorce.
But you married Carrie.
I never told her when I married her that my marriage to you was still in effect.
Are you telling me that you and I are still legally married?
I can't believe it. We've only been here an hour and he already chewed up your blanket.
Well, I didn't like the damn thing anyway. I think it's important that he has something that he can call his own.
Anyway, I know this guy at the hospital who picks up odd jobs. I'm going to talk to him about getting to work on the fence in the backyard.
No, I'll take care of the fence.
No, Bo, Tiger's my dog. I'm not going to have...
He's my dog, too. As long as you're here. Agreed?
Agreed.
Great, good. Here, why don't you sit down, because I'd like to go over a few of the house rules with you.
House rules?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like good hot cup of coffee before breakfast. I like my orange juice freshly squeezed. Naturally, I'll be paying for all the groceries, but I'd like for you to keep the receipts. I want to get the change back. My desk is off limits to you, except the message pad, which I'd like filled out properly whenever somebody calls, leaves me a message.
Oh, you have an answering machine.
Well, I won't need that anymore now that you're here.
Well, I'm not going to be here that often. I have a job.
I know, but that's another thing. I want you home at 5:30 every day. That's probably the most important thing. Also, the housekeeper. She just refuses to iron, so you have the honor of doing my shirts every Wednesday. Are there any questions so far?
No. No questions. You have made it perfectly clear what you expect in a roommate.
No, Sarah. Come on, Sarah? Oh, Sarah!
The explosion had sealed the entrance to Eterna, so I assumed correctly as it turned out that everyone had been killed. So there was no way to have our marriage annulled there.
Oh, so it was only legal in Eterna?
No. Reverend Harper was licensed to perform marriages in Pennsylvania. But filing in any jurisdiction outside of Eterna would have made it public record. And I was afraid for you that your father would find out, so I just chose to ignore it.
Roger, we can't ignore something like this.
What difference does it make now?
Well, for one thing, it makes Megan legitimate. And on the other hand, it makes Sarah illegitimate. I realize those kind of distinctions don't matter much these days, but it may very well matter a great deal to Sarah.
Well, there's nothing we can do about that. I mean, well, Carrie and I are legally divorced.
Well, yes, but Clint and I are married. Or are we? I mean, am I a bigamist? What about my children? Kevin, Joey, Jessica, are they illegitimate? We better talk to a lawyer about this. Oh, I think I can probably get Herb Callison. I'm sure that he wouldn't say anything about it until the whole matter's resolved. Maybe I could even get him to come over here tonight if you're up to it.
Viki, don't panic.
No, I'm not panicking, but the legal ramifications of this are enormous. This affects everyone we love, legally and emotionally.
Nobody knows about our marriage but us, and that certificate is the only proof that we ever committed ourselves to each other.
Yes, but our families have a right to know.
Why?
Because I can't keep something like this from Clint and Megan.
It's been buried for 25 years. There's only one reason on earth to reveal it now. Did you mean what you said to me when you thought I was dying? Do you still love me?
Come on, Sarah. I'm sorry. Be a happy camper again. Now, come on out here and let's just kiss and make up.
Were you calling me?
What? Yeah. I thought you. I was afraid maybe you'd already packed up. You're ready to leave.
Oh, no. I was just slipping into something a little more comfortable so that I could obey all your orders. I mean, I know the importance, being an Army brat, of obeying the rules.
You're not an Army brat.
You don't have any house rules, do you?
God, you scared the hell out of me. I thought I really blew it.
Yeah, I know. That's why I thought I'd let you stew for a little while. And you, mister, ought to think twice if you're ever going to tease me again.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I certainly will. Is this a new perfume?
Why, do you like it?
I don't know. I think I better test it.
This reminds me of when we left off in my room.
Yeah, it does sort of have a familiar feeling to it.
Maybe we ought to get a little more comfortable.
Oh, great. Just when I need another headache. We're closed.
Just want a word with you, Max.
Yeah, I got one word. Get out. Goodbye.
Max, please, just hear me out.
Look, if Gabrielle sent you over here with a threat or a bribe or something...
She doesn't even know I'm here, okay? It took me a long time to quiet her down. She finally went to bed. She is very, very upset.
Oh, I'm upset. Al's a little upset.
I know, but children are resilient, and you have certainly rebounded from your share of troubles, Max. But I am very worried about Gabrielle.
Don't be. She's the queen of the rebounders, the Akeem Olajuwon of Glandview. You ought to know that.
She won't recover this time. If you take her visitation rights away, you will destroy her, okay?
Oh, is she gonna threaten suicide? Again?
She's not grandstanding. She is in total despair, Max.
Oh,
now, I know she brought
bad.
a lot of it on herself. I'm not here to blame you. I just think you should consider very carefully the consequences of carrying out your threat.
Butt out, Michael. I can make my own decisions without your advice or your counsel.
I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just concerned about Gabrielle's state of mind.
You two are two of a kind. You go back and you advise her that I plan on doing whatever I think is best for Al. And if that means leaving her out of his life, that's what I'm going to do.
Look,
and if you two try to affect his well-being at all, you're going to live to regret it.
I was hoping to defuse an explosive situation.
I've got it very much in control.
I understand. You did what you could to comfort a dying man. You told me what I wanted and needed to hear. And I'm very grateful.
You don't understand. When I told you I loved you, I meant every word with all my heart. Just the same as I meant all those vows we made so many years ago. I cannot deny the feelings that were revived along with my memories.
All these years, I've been patiently waiting, hoping that we could share a life together.
No. No, that hope was shattered by my father. He destroyed any chance that our love would grow. Besides, too much time has passed, too much has happened. Clint is my husband. He's given me love and support and a family, and our love has deepened and grown in adversity and prosperity. He's my whole life.
I understand.
I'm terribly sorry. What do we do now?
Well, I vowed to make you happy. If your happiness is a life with Clint, then you're entitled to have it without interference from the past.
Roger, you can't do that.
This is only a piece of paper. The bond between us will last forever.